Hi everyone, we are doing a quick recording on how to do the independent samples t-test with SPSS. So I'm using a PowerPoint that is going to be actually on the course shell, so you'll be able to look at this. I'm starting on slide 11 just because all I'm looking at is where you actually go for the SPSS part. So what we're looking for is, on your homework, you're being asked to find 3 continuous variables and 1 grouping variable. And as I've noted before, our continuous variables will start at question 21. Our grouping variables will be earlier on. So we're going to choose 3. And the way to go through this is you're going to start by going into SPSS, and you will go under Analyze, Compare Means, Independent Samples t-test. So that's the one we want to do for the independent samples t-test, and that simply means that you have these 2 independent samples, meaning their samples don't have anything else to do with each other. You click on that and you'll get a dialog box. You have 2 things you need to do. Well, 4 things, but really 2 things here. You have to first get your dependent variable into the test variable. So that would be your continuous variables. Now, I'm expecting that you're going to have 3. So here I only have 1 in there, but you just click on it by actually clicking on the variable and clicking the little arrow. Second, you're going to actually have to move your grouping variable, and that's something that's going to be in the first 20. And remember, this is a t-test, so T is for 2, so it has to be something that only has 2 levels, a yes or no question, male or female. It can't have more than that. It doesn't work. Then you're going to have to define your groups, because SPSS wants to know. So yeah, you want to look at do you own your own home, but what do those numbers mean? So what are the groups? So you're going to click on Define Groups, and in this case, it's a 1 and a 2. That's all you have to do. 1 is for group 1, 2 is for group 2, because that's the values that you have in there. Click Continue. It's already assigned it for you, as you can see there. Now you click on OK, which would be down here. Here is your output. Now remember, the first thing that you're going to get is it comes out automatically with your means and standard deviations. You need this for your actual box there. So here's your the one, yes, you own your home. It's the number of people. That's the mean income, because that's what we chose. It's the standard deviation. There's the no's, the number they had, the mean or average money that they make, and their standard deviation. Now we're going down to the actual test. Here's that Levine's test for quality of variances. Don't even bother with it. That's in the first column that's right here. Don't even bother with it. You can look at it if you want to, but don't worry about it. Instead, what we're looking at is we're actually going to assume that we have equal variances, so we're doing this top row only, and the ones we're going to deal with are the t, the degrees of freedom, and the significance. That's all we need. The t goes after, it goes actually in the t equals. The degrees of freedom go next to the t in parentheses, and your significance is the p equals part. That's as hard as it gets. So here is, based upon this, what you'd have. T with 42 degrees of freedom, I get that from there, equals 4.671, which is right there. P equals, whoops, went back up, sorry. P equals 0.000, which I get from there. Okay, and here's the actual write-up. So that's your independent samples t-test. It's as easy as that. I'm going to do it for you very quickly with SPSS. I have to move things around a little bit to make it fit a little better. So give me 1 second. You should be able to see what I'm doing now. So again, I'm clicking on Analyze, Comparing Means, Independent Samples t-test. You can't see that, I apologize. Oh, I forgot to choose a data file, so I'll choose that. And let's see here. let's choose no, that's not going to work. Sorry about this. I don't know where all my data sets are. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that. Took me a minute. I'm going to try this one more time. Analyze, compare means, independent samples t-test, because that's what we've chosen. You should see this here now. I chose 3 continuous variables. So I'm going to choose reading for leisure. I'm going to choose your weight and marital satisfaction. I'm going to choose a grouping variable. I'm going to do that based upon do you have children? And that's the grouping variable is the ones from 1 through 20. Remember, it has to be 2. So do you have children only has 2. 1 and a 2. Click continue. Click OK. And it's now going to where did all my things go? I want more of these. It kicked the rest of them out. Huh, that's interesting. Alright, so I'm going to go back and choose them again. What's your weight? And I also want, what else did I say? Marital satisfaction. Huh, I don't know why I kicked them out. That's very strange. Sorry about that. So if they're not there, I just have 3 together. So I'm going to click OK. And now it's given me my output for SPSS. Here's my means and standard deviations, right here, the group statistics. You can see that. Here it is, reading for leisure. Yes, I have children. No, I do not have children. Those who do have children read on average 2.09. Those who do not read 2.84. What is your weight? Those who do have children, their average weight is 185. Those who do not have children, their average weight is 157. Marital satisfaction, those who do have children, 8.10. Those who do not have children, 6.56. Okay, so you can see there's the means. Now we're going to go down here and take a look at the means. I'm going to close this out a little bit so that way I can see a little more of it. So here's the actual t-test. Remember, we're disregarding this part here, which is the F and the significance, and we're simply going to look across the top of this. So here it is for reading for leisure. We're going to assume equal variances. We're going to go here. We're interested in the T, the degrees of freedom, and the significance. So for reading for leisure, my T is negative 0.731. We know that if it's not 2 or more, pretty much, it's not going to be significant. 42 degrees of freedom, I can see that my significance equals 0.469. It's too big. It needs to be less than 0.05. Here's what your weight is. The T is 2.042. That's pretty, I bet that's significant. And it is. 42 degrees of freedom. And it's 0.047. So having kids makes you weigh more. That's a big surprise. Now down here, marital satisfaction is real close to significant, not quite. It's 1.905, and it's approaching significance, but we can't say that's significant because it's not quite 0.05. And that's it. You write a sentence for each, and that's the end of it. All right, well, good luck with doing SPSS, and we'll go from there. Thanks.